To start off this presentation, I would like to talk about the background of EMI. You know, education has internationalized. Education has gone global. This educational change leads to rapid growth in EMI programs. That means there have been a lot of EMI programs over the past few decades throughout the world, including European countries and Asian countries, such as Japan, South Korea, China, and Taiwan. It seems that EMI has become the most significant trend in educational internationalization. In general, EMI teachers will be concerned about the effect of their EMI teaching. As you know, English is a strong language of communication. So EMI students would like to learn how they can express ideas and concepts in English and how they can interact effectively with their discipline community. However, they might find it very difficult to learn subject matter content using a language they are not that proficient in. Moving on to the challenges for students. When it comes to students' comprehension, research indicates that EMI students' main concern is comprehension. Comprehension is an essential part of foreign language learning. So this issue is emphasized in the EMI curriculum. However, when English is used as a tool to deliver subject matter content, it's common for students to have trouble understanding their teachers' accents and lectures, and also terminologies. So in this case, students need language support in order to succeed and develop their confidence in EMI class. Challenges for EMI teachers. The first challenges for EMI teachers is how they identify themselves in EMI class. Many EMI instructors don't view themselves as language teachers, so language teaching isn't part of their responsibilities. They openly admit that they don't know how to deal with the language teaching, often reporting that they don't want to talk about language in class. So they tend to overlook language objectives in their lesson plans. However, language is an issue that comes up a lot. Although English isn't taught in class, EMI teachers would expect that their students could learn English as well in their teaching. That means they want their students to develop domain-specific English literacy while studying their field. Another challenge for EMI teachers is their knowledge base about implementing EMI teaching. One interesting thing we notice is that a lot of EMI teachers are non-native speakers of English, who are often forced to teach EMI lessons despite their limited fluency in English. In addition, most EMI programs don't critically assess the skills that are needed by EMI teachers. In this case, many EMI teachers lack the knowledge and skills to incorporate language objectives into their teaching. So they don't know how to help students with their language problems. To address this problem, it is suggested that EMI teachers need to be trained so that they will develop knowledge and skills to do their jobs. If teachers and policymakers agree that EMI programs need training, then we need to identify knowledge base EMI teachers will need.
Well, I think sometimes students would have some interactions with their students in their class, or sometimes the students would, for example, in my case, sometimes when I joined the group discussions, the students would ask me some questions. And I think it's very important to use very simple language when we talk to the students. Because sometimes, for example, when we used complex language to explain the theory, it would be a bit difficult for them to understand. And so I think it would be better if we try to kind of explain what we say in a way that would be easier for them to understand. I think it has to do with the language we use when we interact with the students. In EMI courses, students have to deal with both language and content all at the same time. So it would be more demanding and challenging for them. One of the problems I think they might encounter is sometimes they may struggle to understand the course content. It might be because of their lack of linguistic knowledge. So I think like when they listen to a lecture in English, it would be a bit difficult for them to follow the instruction, especially when we explain some like complex theory or abstract ideas about a subject matter. It would be a bit challenging for them to catch up.
比较可惜的就是 EMI 它的理念可能是希望学生就是不受英语的限制嘛，就是之后不管是在全英语的环境还是非全英语，他们都可以有效的学习，这应该是一个理念。可是后来会变成他们被全语受限的感觉，就是反而害怕英文的人就是不会来修。对，那这是我觉得比较可惜。后来留下来的学生就相对英文不错。那但是老师方面，他们能够做的也就是不要让他的语言成为学生学习的障碍，所以就是用的词，其实第一步真的不会太难，或者是真的发现学生听不懂的时候，他们会就是再重新说，用比较简单的方式说，然后就是不停的那个叫什么 comprehension check， 然后让这部分大家能够理解吗？或是有没有需要老师再说明的地方？我觉得这就是让全英语的课程不要那么可怕的一个方法。对，然后还有一个就是要创造一个说错也没关系的环境，就是不要让学生觉得他举手发言就要讲出100分的英文，其实不是，就只是发表他的想法，就算文法错、时态用错真的没关系，重点是他要敢开口讲。所以 EMI 的就是挑战，我觉得就是要让学生不害怕使用英文吧。对，因为其实现在因为可能台湾整个教育的环境下，他会觉得他要说就是文法要正确啊，或者是发音要多好听之类的，对，会让学生不太敢讲。但是其实上课我们想要听到的是学生的想法，而不是100分的英文。有时候我会听不太懂学生的英文，就可能这是我不太习惯，可能不同国家的口音，所以我一时之间会听不懂他想要说的是什么。那我可能就会练习要去抓关键字，然后或者是真的，如果真的听不懂，我就会请他再说一次。对，这是我可能自己还要再调整，因为其实真的就是现在说 global English 嘛，没有说什么正确或不正确的发音，只是自己习不习惯不同的口音。所以有时候可能来自不同国家的学生，他突然很快的讲一串，他是流利的，只是因为我不熟悉他的口音，所以我没办法很快的 get 到他想表达的。对，所以我可能有时候会请他说慢一点，或是有时候去试着抓关键字，然后再问他，哎，你是这个意思吗？这样子，所以就让这个状况不会太严重。对，只是一时之间我会，就是脑袋会想一下，他要想说的是什么，这样子。